Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you, Sandra?
Why am I not getting any audio?
I'm all right. How's yourself?
I'm good.
I'm a bit
I've got a new
bedraggled, but I'm all right. Oh, I was going to say that's a nice posh room you've got now, Baritzi. Hi.
Isn't it good? The office I'm actually in when I do these calls is like
I know.
8 foot by 6 foot.
Yeah.
It's more like a cupboard. And now I have a great big office. Look at that. What have you been up to? I know you've been doing all sorts of events.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a getting stuff in order. So I've been looking through the PIF files and things like that.
Yeah.
And oh God, one of my ingredients is now discontinued.
Oh,
So
no.
I now have to have a whole bloody new assessment, and I've spoke to them. There's nothing we can do about it. I can't even have an addendum to it because it's not in the core ingredients, it's in the variants. So
what is the ingredient?
it's a liquid colorant, and it's the preservative that's changed.
There's nothing you can do. Oh,
Nothing.
that's a bummer. I was just trying to think, because sometimes if it's something that you can't get here, you can still order it from overseas.
Yeah,
and it would still be worthwhile doing. But with something like that, where it's a legislative change, or where the manufacturer isn't actually making it anymore and it's a bespoke blend, it's a pain in the ass. But you can kind of think of it in a different way. I know it's a pain in the ass, but before you move forward, it gives you the opportunity now to kind of think, do I want to keep it the same? Do I want to change a few things, add to it, and actually move to that next level with that product?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was thinking, do I need to have all the fancy schmancy butters and blah, 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 blah in it? Can I do something cheaper with the same effect?
Exactly.
All of that. Yeah.
And that is exactly the right way to kind of think of it. It's quite funny. I've got some clients over in America, and one of them in particular, she's absolutely gorgeous. But she's made it her life's mission, I'm sure, to make the absolute cheapest recipe. And her recipe is probably 25% of her original cost now. And yet she hasn't seen any reduction in sales at all. Yeah. And I think it's a big lesson, is we get so hung up sometimes on all of the fancy things, and we feel that we've got to have all of these extra things and more expensive ingredients to make your brand stand out, or to be worthy even of all of these sales. And it's absolutely not true.
It's not. It's absolutely not. I mean, most people don't even understand. If you start talking to them about some of the butters, they're kind of like, no idea what you're talking about. So,
and a lot of the time, they don't care. What they're looking for is a nice product that smells nice and that looks pretty.
Yeah, the only thing that they kind of go, oh, that's nice, is if you mention olive oil. It's got olive oil in it, and their eyes light up. Other than that, you lose them.
Yeah, well, some people do. They know about the ingredients, and that brings them in. But even those people are still looking at the feel of the product when they're using it is really important. But the main thing when they're buying it initially is, what does it look like? If it looks nice, they'll pick it up. And then what does it smell like? If it smells good, you've got the sale, because they've already attracted to it, which is why they stopped and they picked it up. If the smell matches their expectations, you've already got that sale. Yeah. And then it's got to feel nice for them to come back. And there are other things that you can do as well to help them come back. And that's one of the things that we're going to hopefully fit in today. Because I really wanted to talk a little bit about content loops and the buying circle a little bit, because I do feel, I've been looking at different posts that people have been doing, and I don't know all of the things that you're posting because nobody puts their links up. Nobody puts their posts up. I'm desperate to follow you all and see all the lovely things you're posting. And some of them I get, and others I've no idea. what you're doing. So I can't kind of give you feedback on them. So if you're posting things, stick your links up. You know, I'll follow you, other people in the group will follow you. It's really good to kind of boost each one of your posts, because that gives an indication to the social platform that people are interested in that type of content, and they'll push it out to more people on your list. Because remember, in social media, you're lucky if it pushes it out to 10% of the people on your list. Really lucky. Even if they're people who've said that they want to see your information, you know, the stuff that you're posting, it's not going to just put it out to all of them. So
No, I've been having a look at some of the reach, just going into a little bit more depth, and the reach just isn't what it should be. So,
and it never will be unless you create. So take this group, for example. We've got, I can't remember how many people are in the actual group, but when you look at the engagement level, hardly anybody clicks like, hardly anybody comments. I post all the time and it's no feedback. And I'm sitting here thinking, did they like it? Did they not like it? And I know a lot of the content has got a lot of value for you, but if other people are doing the same to you, like, you're not, I'm not picking on you personally. don't feel that I am. I'm just saying this in general terms. But if you're not engaging with my content when I'm putting that out to you almost daily, constantly striving to put good stuff in front of you to help you, and you don't give anything back, how can you expect other people to be engaging with your content? Because at the end of the day, social media is about being social. It's about feedback. It's about engagement. It's about a discussion. You're talking to another human being. So that starts wherever you are, whether that's with me or whatever, but you've got to start actually talking. And it's really hard sometimes, and it can be quite deflating, because you think, well, they don't really care. I'm just doing all of this and no one's really bothered. I've had 2 likes or 1 like or no likes maybe. But people are seeing it. And sometimes they're not seeing it right then and there. It can be weeks later sometimes when they see a post, and then, you know, out of the blue, you're like, whoa, I did that ages ago. And someone's suddenly liking the posts, but they are seeing them, and it will grow over time. But unless you get some traction on your post when you first posted up there, you'll be lucky to get 10% of the people who want to see your content actually seeing it. Because Facebook will gauge whether or not it's getting any traction and whether or not it thinks that people really want to see that content. So it won't push it out. Now today, there's some news from Instagram. So Instagram has actually got 2 new features. One of them is really helpful if you use Instagram, and that is that you can actually have 5 links now in your bio, whereas before you could only have 1 link, which is an absolute pain in the backside. So now you could put your main website up there, but let's say that you had a special offer on a particular product. Sean, where do they go when you need them? Do you know what I mean? See if she shuts up. So let's say you were doing a particular offer on a product, you're promoting a product for that whole week. Well, now you could actually create a link just for that offer that you're running, as well as your main website. So you could have other things up there. You could even put other social links up there. So if you're on Instagram, you could actually have your Facebook link up there, or it could link to your LinkedIn or something else. So 5 links rather than just having 1 is absolutely huge. Let me just see if she's going to come in. Honey, are you going to come in here? Come on, crazy dog. Right, you're going to have to lie down. You're going to be good. No, we're not going to jump up. No, you're going to lie down. Lie down. She says no. She's only 16 weeks old. She's got no manners at all. going out again. All right, we'll just keep going. Crazy dog. Let me just bring Sean. Don't know where he's gone. I do apologize. One second. Okay. Can you let Honey in? Someone's there. I've got a house full of people, and when you need them, not a soul. Isn't it amazing? Okay. Instralink was deleted and I can't get it back. I honestly have no idea, Sandra. But they do have quite a good help section. And maybe go on to, onto one of the main forums and see if you can post the question there and someone might have an answer for you. You can't get hold of Instagram directly, but they lurk in all of the groups. So, so go and lurk and put the message out and someone will contact you or know someone and then forward it to them. It's kind of the way it works. It's a bit crap, to be perfectly honest. All right, so what I wanted to do today, I think I'm recording this. Yes, I am. So what I wanted to do was to talk about, I'm not really sure, some of you I'm sure will be doing it, but I know other people are not. And I know this because I am following some of the posts and things regular, try and support everybody. But what I find happens is I'm looking at the posts and I'm thinking, where's the call to action? Where's this? Where's that? Where's the other? And it's consistently that the posts are not following the kind of guidelines and information that I've kind of gone through before. And I get it. I really understand, because everything is new to a lot of people and you're trying to do all of the things, but then sometimes you're missing the actual core elements, the things that actually make the difference. So I really, really wanted, if you don't mind, to go over some of these, because there's no point you just posting and posting and posting if it's the wrong content or done in the wrong way, because it's not going to get you the right results. So tightening up some of the things that you're already doing before you kind of move forward, I think would be really useful to everybody. And then there's some new bits and pieces as well. The other thing, I said that there were 2 pieces of new content. So the first one is that you can have 5 links on Instagram, which is great. But the second one is that Meta today launched Threads. Has anyone already signed up for Threads? You have, Sandra?
I'm kind of in the process of doing it.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking if you get in there first,
Yeah,
I think that there's nobody else there, so you're going to get some traction. Is my thoughts.
that's exactly right. Anytime a social platform put a new feature out, they are putting a shit ton of money into that, and they are looking to promote that content. That is going to be their number one thing for quite a while. So right now, you've all seen this supposed cage fight between Elon Musk. I mean, what a load of nonsense, honestly. But that's because Meta have been building out an equivalent of Twitter, because obviously Twitter is in the toilet, doesn't seem to know what the heck it's doing. It's upside down. All of the advertisers have abandoned it. And the people who've used it for years and years and years are really, really upset with everything that's happened. So Meta have now built their own version, very, very similar in most ways to Twitter, but it connects with your Instagram account. So if you want to use it, all you need to do is to go onto your phone. I'm on an Apple phone, so I just go to my app store and you just look up Instagram Threads and download it to your phone. And it's a little white box with a black squiggly thread kind of line picture on it. And it will automatically then hook up with your Instagram account, and it will bring in all of the people who already follow you. You could just go through and click. I would definitely click that you want them to be added automatically. You want those people. I can't imagine that you wouldn't. And it literally takes a minute to set the whole thing up, and you've got it, and you can actually start posting. You're going to get a lot more things on YouTube soon about how to use it and additional things you can do. But basically, it's just like Twitter, but hooked up to your Instagram account. So I actually saw a post from someone earlier, and they've been using it less than 24 hours, and they'd already got 5,000 followers. Now that's pretty damn good. I would be thrilled with that. I'm not expecting 5,000 followers, but right now, you know, while it's new, you're going to get pushed out a lot more. So they'll probably see you if you start putting content on there. And remember, anything you put on there, you can still repurpose onto your main Instagram account, into your Facebook account, etc., etc. So really use that repurposing tool to your advantage and get it all hooked up. So yes, I don't want you to get distracted and feel overwhelmed using too many things, but it's a really, really good opportunity for you to start it up at the beginning and get a little bit of extra traction while you get the option to. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was content strategy, because honestly, like I say, I've been watching and I've been seeing some posts go up there. And there's a couple of things. I want to definitely cover that, and I want to cover some other bits if we've got time as well. So with content strategy, when you put your content together, every single piece of content is really part of a much bigger cohesive plan. It's not just an individual element. It's part of a much broader narrative. And that narrative can be part of your brand's journey. It can be part of your mission. It could be about specific products. It could be about specific ingredients. It can be about your customers' experiences. It can be all sorts of different things, but it's one narrative story through the whole thing. And all of those pieces of content build up a much bigger picture for everyone. So they all stand on their own, but they actually build. It builds momentum and it builds memory of people with you and that product. So when I talk about choosing what you're going to do for that week, it doesn't just have to be a week. It could be the whole month that you dedicate to one thing, but it should be ideally at least a week where you're really building that narrative story all of the way through the week and basing it on one thing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can only promote the product in a sales way on the Monday, because if you do it the right way, your call to actions will be bringing people through. So you might be talking about behind the scenes and you might be packing orders, but that's then going to trigger someone to thinking, oh, this is a perfect gift, because you're talking about how this person has bought it for a gift and you're packaging it up. So now in their minds, you're not saying buy this product, but you really are, because you're putting it into their mind that this is an ideal gift for someone. You're showing and telling them all of the things that are going into that package to make it super special for someone. And you're promoting that product as you're just naturally talking about the product. So you are building that information. So when you start creating content in that way, you can guide your audience from one piece of information or one post naturally through in a logical manner all of the way through. And we call that content looping. And it's a really, really fundamental part of your business. You don't want to just be putting one piece up on Monday and then a completely random thing on Tuesday and something that might fit in between on a Wednesday. You need everything to have a consistent flow. And that's why I always ask you to pick your theme. And it's not just even about picking a theme. What's the whole goal? Why are you on social media in the first place? What's the main aim for you being on social media? Anyone?
Sales.
Yes, sales. You want to make some money. Ultimately, the whole point of everything you do is to pay yourself. You deserve to be paid. It's not a charity. And if it was a charity, then you'd still need something so that you could take that charity forward, pay that forward. Yeah. So yes, you're engaging. Yes, you want them to have fun. Yes, you want to build a community. But the whole basis underneath all of this is that you're helping to educate them. You're helping to give them all of the things that they want to make a sale. Yeah. So when you're planning what you're going to do at the beginning of the week, think about your theme, but what's your goal? What do you hope to achieve out of this? Because by understanding what your goal is, you can actually plan your pieces of content out and make sure that everything links together. So I've been seeing posts on Instagram, and I don't want to say what the product is, and I don't want to say who the person is, because it's more than one. But let's say that they are promoting a specific product, which they are, and they're going through and they're doing the bits and pieces. There's no cohesion from day one. They're doing different bits and pieces, and it might be a positivity post, and then it's a picture of them making something, and then it's a giveaway. But there's nothing that naturally follows from one to another. If you're going to put a giveaway up, what is the product? You can't just put giveaway. What is the giveaway? What is it for? What's the product that you're actually giving away? Give some context. And then as you go through, you need to actually be engaging with them. Give them a reason, tell them what they've got to do. Tell them why they should be excited to enter your contest. Does that make sense? Not just giveaway. Because most people are just going to literally scroll right by that. If you've got a new product that you're launching and you're doing a giveaway to promote that new product, then giveaway should be up there, but you need to be putting up there in neon lights that it's a new product launch, because that's what they should be excited about, is that you've got this new product. And then after that, you give them the opportunity to get one free by entering your contest. So your launch comes first, get them all excited, and then give them away if they're thinking, oh God, I haven't got any money right now. Well, now you can enter the contest. So you see how it starts stacking. And with your contest, it's not you just stick it up and then say, oh, it's closed. I'll be, we'll do the draw this day or that day. You want to be feeding it each day, letting them know about the product, about how they have the opportunity to win, how many days, all of the information, put all of that out there and make sure that they know. So now if you've got a post up there, what else could you put in there? Well, as well as a picture, make sure that you put some text up there, because that text is what is going to tell the algorithm what the actual post is about. So if you just put a post up and it's a picture only, it can't gauge what it is. But if you put in the text, a little bit of context, and put some keywords in there, then the algorithm says, oh, this post is about this and this and this. It's got some context and it knows what to do with that. But if it's literally just a picture, it's a picture. It has no idea. Yeah. And then as well as that, you can use hashtags, because hashtags aren't going to give you any extra points, but it does help the algorithm understand what your post is about. So if nothing else, it's like, oh, it's about this. But then you need to make your hashtags relevant to the product. And I've seen a whole load of hashtags recently that no one is ever going to search for. And they mean nothing to the algorithm either. So if you're selling soap then you need to have a hashtag that says something about soap. It can't all be, you know, have a nice day and happy Friday and, you know, those kind of hashtags. You've actually got to put in to the hashtags what you're doing. So if you're a candle company, there should be a hashtag about candles. And the hashtags should be relevant to maybe interior design, home decor, candles. If you're a soap, then it should be relevant to handmade soap, cold process soap, organic soap, whatever it is. You need something in there so it knows what you're actually talking about. So although hashtags are not used so much by a lot of the social media platforms these days, it is still relevant. And some people, like myself, actually follow hashtags. So I literally follow them and they come up in my feed. So if there's a specific hashtag, like candle lovers of Instagram, for example, if you were a candle maker, that's a really big group of people and they follow that hashtag. So they see all the posts from all of the companies that hashtag on that particular thing. So make sure that if you are going to put hashtags up, make sure that they're relevant and don't think of it as, oh, well, no one's using hashtags anymore, because it's not just about who's following what. It's also about just sending those little messages to the algorithm to say, actually, this post is about this. And then it goes, oh, I know who's interested in that. These are the people that I can push that out to. And all of the little things that you do like that add. They all start stacking and it really, really helps. Is everyone following me? Good. Okay, so the next thing is content themes. And when we're looking at content themes, we want to create consistent themes. So a one-way link to create content that links together. So themes can be based on topics like eco-friendly living. I mean, a lot of you do a lot of eco-friendly things. So that will be one type of content that you could put, or theme that you could put together. You could also do things like a whole group of posts that are based on testimonials, customers that are liking your product and sharing that to showcase that your products, your brand is trustworthy and that people like them. Now, I like to think of ways that you can kind of do this. When you're launching a new product, you can get a little bit clever because you can use your social media in a different way. And you can basically have like your own little VIP group. Now, some of you might have, do any of you do subscription clubs, subscription boxes? Yeah, okay, great. So the people who are in your subscription club could get early access to brand new products before everybody else. And you can let them purchase them at a discounted price and then get testimonials from them on the new product before you do the main launch. So they feel really special because they got the opportunity to buy something that no one else has got and trial it early, and they probably paid less. But then when you actually launch it, you've already got testimonials of how much people enjoyed the product, which helps you sell more when you do your launch. Does that make sense? So you're rewarding people who value you as a brand and are interacting with you at a certain level. And then you can get all of the benefit of those testimonials to increase the reach that you get from your launch of the new product. Now, other things, as well as testimonials and eco-friendly things, could be things like product categories or aesthetic elements. So it could be about color or style or particular essential oils or things like that. And you can revisit the themes on a regular basis to create continuity. It doesn't only have to be done once. We've talked about call to action. And what you don't want is everything just being buy now or shop here or things like that. So you could do read more on our blog. So you could actually do a longer blog post. It doesn't have to be like a huge story, but it can be something that's a bit more expanded on a particular topic than you'd put into a Facebook post. That tends to be quite small, but you could do a bigger version or some more tips and then put that as a post, as a blog post or something like that, and then link to it. You could do sign up for your newsletter, you could do follow us on Instagram or join us on Threads, because everyone's going to be in Threads now. I think 100 million people by this afternoon had already signed up for Threads. That's nuts. You could do tag a friend, you could do leave a comment, you know, all of those different types of things could be your call to action, not just buy this product. The next thing is, well, we've already talked about it, sequential posting, making sure that your content follows on. So for example, if you're doing an informational post about why a product or ingredients are sustainable, or why that matters, that could lead into a post about a specific product that uses those ingredients or that has particular packaging that's eco-friendly. So everything needs to kind of flow from one to another, and everything needs to interconnect with one another. And those posts can then be followed by a testimonial about that product. So again, you're creating these content loops. Okay, the next one is repurposing. And you know, I'm always harping on about repurposing because I don't want you stressed out and always trying to think of something new to post. You should be able to create a good amount of material using ChatGPT and by repurposing. And even if you've got a post, it's so easy to repurpose it, because you can either put that post back into ChatGPT and ask for another version, or ask it to spin it in a different way for, you know, if you've got a new product moving forward and you're not sure how to create a content loop from here to here, put it into ChatGPT and ask it, and it will literally create it for you. So then you're not sitting there scratching your head thinking, how the heck am I going to do this? It will create an entire content plan for you for however many days you ask it for. So you need to tell it what it is, some information about it, and what you want your outcome to be, and it will do all of the work in between. And then you could obviously tweak it and make it yours, give it your own voice, use words that you would really use, but it will guide you and help you, so you're not just sitting there thinking, oh my God, how do I even start with this? It will do it. And another way you can do it is to take the same post, but then put a whole new photograph with it, or a new background with it, or something else, and make it look completely different. Because everybody doesn't read every single thing that you put out. So most of the people would never even know. And those that have seen it before, if they're over 40, they'll have forgotten. And I tell you, when you hit 50, it gets even worse. All right. So the other thing is cross promotions. You can use your social media platforms to direct people in a loop. And not a lot of people do this, and it works really, really well. So if you've put something up there, instead of saying, putting a link up to your store or something like that, you can do something a little bit different. Any platform that you're on, it doesn't matter which platform you're on, they do not like you putting links up that take them away from their site. They are going to reward you for keeping people on their site. So what you can do is you can just put into the actual thing, obviously you need to put some links in there sometimes, but you can put link in bio. That's not putting a link up. That's one of your 5 allotted links that you're allowed in something like Instagram. And you can literally send them there. You could have them on Facebook and then be telling them, this is my, you know, my Instagram handle, the @ whatever, and tell them that the link is in the bio there. So now you're getting them from Facebook and you're driving them over to your Instagram account. It's all still technically Meta, but you're then getting them joining you on other platforms, not just on one platform. And the more that you can have people moving around in your eco circle, the more exposure you'll get. Because you might be on Facebook, but they might be on Facebook too, but they actually spend more time on Instagram, but they don't follow you on Instagram. So you want to get people on all of, if you're on both, make sure that you're forwarding people both ways. So on Instagram, you can link obviously your bits and pieces with Facebook. So when you're putting a video up, make sure it links through. Do all of those things to get them cross-platform and cross-promote that content. Is everyone following me? Okay, cool. All right, so we've kind of looked at content loops, and you can take it much, much further than that. And I will carry on posting bits and pieces about content loops, because it's so important that you think about, how am I going to take them from here into another post? So let's say that you did a post Monday and you're now on Wednesday. Well, you can tell them in the text, don't forget to check out my 5 tips that I posted on Monday. And you can link them to the post because you're still inside the platform. So that way you're letting people actually look at more than the one piece of content. So that's another way that you can keep interlinking all of these together. Okay, I wanted to cover something else with you today. Okay, so content loops. I really wanted to kind of look at this in a little bit more detail. And I think I'm going to share my screen and bring up. Yeah, I am. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to share my screen, and I think I'm going to do this. All right, let's make that big. So everything on my messy desktop. Do you know, I spent over an hour today just cleaning up files on my desktop, and it still looks like a tip. Does anyone else have a desktop that's just covered in files? Oh, good. It's not just me. Keep it nice and tidy. And then I just seem to do a load of work, and I look at it and think, what the heck happened? There's just thousands of them everywhere again. Okay, so, all right, so let's go back a little bit. I want to start here. Let's create a scenario where someone called Sarah, fancy that, purchases a body butter from you, because this is another thing, and it really builds into all of your looping, but it kind of takes it further forward, because one thing that I realized recently is that people don't seem to understand about content loops and how they can refeed the existing buyers that they have and keep engaging with them to increase sales. Does anyone feel really, really confident about that step? No, and you're not alone. I don't think many people do, but it's a really, really big opportunity for you to get so many more sales. So I thought we'd go through this. So let's say that someone bought this body butter from you. I've called this brand Cozy Cosmetics. It could be whatever your brand is, but we're going to take it through this. So Sarah has bought a body butter from Cozy Cosmetics, and the first thing that she's going to get is an order confirmation email. And that's going to be nice and brief. It's not going to be an entire story. It's just nice and brief. You can jazz it up. You can use your own words. You can do whatever you want with it, but make it friendly, make it not too static and not too formal, So you could put hi instead of dear. I'd put hi. Thanks for choosing Cozy Cosmetics. Your order of our handmade body butter, obviously it would have a special name, which would make it sound better. So let's say it was Summer Solstice Body Butter, has been received and is being prepared with care. As a small artisan business, we appreciate your support. Look out for an email once your order is shipped. So this is confirming and thanking them. So first of all, we're confirming that we've received it and we're on it. we're letting them know that we appreciate them supporting our small business and reaffirming in their mind that we are a small business. And then telling them what the next step is going to be. So they're not in any doubt. They're not sitting there thinking, has it gone through? Do I need to check my bank? When am I going to get it? All of the worries that people have after buying something are now alleviated because you've answered them all in 3 lines. So you're not taking up masses of their time, but you're answering everything in a friendly way. And then once you ship it, good news, your order is on its way. We're excited to let you know your order's been shipped and it will be with you soon. Can't wait for you to experience our body butter and its natural goodness. Nice and short and brief, keeping them updated, positive note, nothing there to be sleazy about at all. And then the third one is still an email. Have you received it? Hi, hope you've received the body butter and that you're enjoying its nourishing feel. We'd love to know about your first impressions. And then this is where you can ask about them giving you a review or a testimonial or some feedback about the product. And you're saying your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, and signing off. You're not begging them, you're not groveling, you're not trying to sell your soul, you're just being friendly, nice, hoping that they're enjoying the product and asking for some feedback. I'll send all of these. Don't worry, you don't have to sit and try and write it all. I will put all of this into the group tomorrow for you. And then the next one is not an email, it's a social media post. So we're starting to build this loop now. We know that they've got the product. So now we're going to post a social media video, and it's going to be a tutorial on how to apply the body butter and talking about the benefits. It might be a little tip or something that you like doing with the body butter, a certain way that you like to apply it. It could be anything at all. And then the caption, you could put the caption in there, maximize the nourishment of the body butter with these application tips. Drop a love if you're loving your body butter. So nice and simple. And then people are going to see that who haven't bought the body butter and be thinking, well, I haven't got the body butter yet. So the more likely now, they've got a way that they can apply it, they know what the benefits are, and then they can go on and buy it. And then number 5 is another product usage tips email, how to get the most of the body butter. And you could even put something in there. So you could actually put a few tips about using it in different seasons, you know, because body butter is literally for all 4 seasons. So you might tell them how they can use their body butter on the feet and then put a pair of socks on so that they're all sandal ready for the summer. Those little tips are all other bits and pieces. But so this isn't a sleazy sales email. This is just emailing someone who's already bought your body butter, and you're giving value to them by showing them ways that they can actually use that product other than just using it on the body. Okay. And then number 6 will be a cross-sell email. So we've noticed that you're a fan of the body butter, and we think that you'll love our new summer collection, the Solstice Glow body oils, made with the same natural ingredients and essential oils that you love. They'll leave your skin glowing and ready for summer. And as a token of appreciation, we'll offer you a 10% discount for the new Glow collection, and then the code that they can use at checkout. So now you're giving them a reason to come back to your site and purchase. They might already want some more body butter. They might want a body butter for a friend as a gift. But now you've given them a discount code to come back to the website and buy a different product and experience that as well. And then the 7th one will be another social media post, and that will be a behind the scenes of you making the new Glow body oils, and post that, say, on Instagram, and put a little, you know, sneak peek of how we create it and how they can get theirs. So by creating these content loops, you're taking them through an entire relationship. You're not just sending it out and hoping that they actually receive it. you're nurturing that customer all of the way through and hopefully onto the second purchase. Now, what if they don't purchase from you? Well, we can go there too. So then we move on. This might be a bit much. I wasn't going to do this today, but why not? So the next thing is a re-engagement email. If they haven't bought the Body Glow, maybe they're not into body oils. Maybe they need more information about it. Maybe they were on holiday and they didn't even get to really see the emails. They just glanced at them. So after a little while has passed, send another email, remind them about the Glow and share testimonials and social proof about that product.
After how long, Sarah?
After what, sorry?
After how long would you do that?
I would probably leave it 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks. You don't want to be sending them emails every single day that, you know, they're going to be thinking, oh my God, she never leaves me alone. But you don't want to leave it so long that they forget who the heck you are and start buying elsewhere. Yeah. So there's nothing sleazy here. It's just a check-in email, giving them some, you know, some content and reminding them that they can still use the discount code that's exclusive to them. So they've got a reason to go back to your site. And then you can use a social media post to generate content that showcases other customers enjoying the products, videos, photograph, quotes, testimonials. All of those help to build that credibility in the know, like, and trust. And then you can not just send a normal email, but you could send a newsletter. So maybe once a month, you could send out a newsletter to everybody by email as well. And that can be talking about the body oils that you're promoting. So it's not a sales email. Now it's going to be a newsletter, which would have other things in there as well. That might include places that you're going to be. It could talk about ingredient features. It could be about charities that you're working with. It could be all sorts of different things that go into the newsletter, but it can recap on the thing that you're wanting to promote as well. Now, if that coincided with something special, like this Solstice Glow body oil, this is a summer thing. It's a, you know, it's going to make your skin look really, really moisturized. It's going to look super healthy. So talk to them. Some of the posts can be about what it looks like on the skin. If they're going to go on holiday and they've been out on the beach all day and now they're going, you know, down to the bar and sitting with everyone, they want to look like they've got that really gorgeous, healthy glow. And the body oil is going to give them that glow that gives them that sun-kissed look that makes them just look like they've stepped off of a magazine. And you can put all of the bits and pieces like that in there. I keep coughing. And I do apologize. I was actually getting a bit paranoid at one point. You know, you start, because it had been going on for weeks. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I've got lung cancer. You know how you just do, don't you? And then I worked out what it was. They changed my blood pressure tablets. I was having a reaction to the blood pressure tablets, and they had to take me off them and give me a different one. And when I read the information, one of the main side effects is a dry cough. And there's no way of getting around it. You just have to live with it. So I'm going to cough forevermore now. Okay. So after your newsletter, you could do customer feedback. You can offer other incentives. You could have a loyalty program. You could do the VIP thing I was talking about. You could promote it in your subscription club. So as the first launch, it would go out only to members in your membership, you know, your subscription club. So they would be the only people who have that at first. That's a good way of doing like a VIP promotion to reward people. We actually have, I haven't done it for about 2 years. I probably need to bring that back again, because it's the ideal time to actually do a subscription box course, because ideally you want to launch it in time that people can buy them as Christmas gifts, because a huge number of people buy subscription box subscriptions as a gift for somebody, so that they get things arriving every month. So if we launch that fairly soon, maybe you'll have plenty of time to actually get your subscription boxes up and running and get yourself consistent revenue coming in every month from your subscriptions. Who does subscriptions? Does anyone already do them? I think, Sharon, you do a subscription box, don't you?
Just started. I just got it. I just managed to get it on my website about
Oh,
2
great.
Yeah. So I'm just dipped my toe in the water with that one, but I just set it as a reoccurring subscription, and then they can get a seasonal candle. But I'm going to add more in as I,
Yeah.
do more products. But I was thinking, yeah, the 3-month subscription would be good to add in, because if you're going to buy it for a gift, you don't want just to leave it reoccurring, do you?
No. And in the course, we go through all of the different models. We actually help you plan every stage of your products out and go through all of the different things, right through even to shipping them. We cover absolutely everything. And the last time that we did it, I think we did it as 2 half days. So I did it on a weekend, and it was like 2-3 hour sessions kind of going through, and you're literally building out your actual products. So, you literally got your whole of the first month already planned out. And that's what you need to do, really, is I suggest planning the first 2 months so that you've kind of got everything there. And you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't have to be completely brand new things. So you can revamp some of the things you already have, or do them in a different way to give them a different look, or package them in a different bundle to get you started. So don't think you've got to rush out and get a whole load of new safety assessments and things like that. And if you do candles and melts and reed diffusers and all of those types of things, it's really easy to build some lovely packages together. Yeah, they're really, really nice, but they're very, very popular. And I definitely would have more options than just a monthly recurring, because people, when they're ready to buy, they'll buy for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And if you're buying a gift for somebody, they'll often buy it for 3 months, but some will just go for the 12 months straight away. If they've had a 3-month gifted, they may well, if they like them, they'll then go on and actually purchase a longer one for themselves as well. So, but you've done the right thing. You've made a start. You don't have to have a million things and all of the fancy things on day one, but having consistent revenue coming in is absolutely huge. There was a company, and you might have heard of them. They're fairly big now. Flamingo Candles. Have you seen them? They go to the trade shows. They're quite big at the trade shows, and they supply people like House of Fraser and companies like that, but also online companies. And I remember having a conversation with him, well, because we were doing the big autumn fair at the NEC, and they were opposite our stand. And he was telling us that his subscription for his wax melts covers all of their overheads for the entire business every month. So literally that one product covers all of their standing costs. Now that's for a big business, when you've got warehouses and he's got a warehouse, they've got staff, to have all of those ongoing costs covered every month on auto is huge. So it can be, it's definitely something to consider doing. And it's a great way to repay your most loyal customers, the customers who come back over and over and over again. They're going to be really interested in something like that as well. And it allows you to work out how many you're going to need. Obviously, at first, you might not have that many people in it, but as it starts growing, you can have huge amounts. Have any of you looked at Iggy Candles on Instagram? Have you seen how many trucks they have to have come and pick up their subscription boxes? Trucks, multiple trucks. And they have these great big metal trolleys, really, really tall metal trolleys, and they're lined up all the way down the building and outside the car park, lined up with all of the monthly subscriptions. Another one is, oh, it's actually another one of our clients, actually. Craft HQ. Do any of you use Craft HQ for your fragrance oils? Well, they mainly do wax melts and candles. And again, they post regularly, and they will show you when they're getting ready for all of their monthly subscription boxes. And it is absolutely nuts. They take huge amounts of money on that. And they have just passed £5.5 million in sales on their wax melts, because they just did a big post about it. So it works. Another one who does there's two companies actually I can give you that do it really, really well. The Soap Dairy. She does soaps and other products, not candles, and she does those on a subscription. And she's been doing those now for at least 2 years, maybe longer. And I know she does really, really well on those. And a big company that does them, that I know who makes their soap, is, I know her very well, I work with her too, is Dr. Squatch. Have you watched any of the Dr. Squatch videos on YouTube? Amazing marketing techniques.
Doctor who,
And
sorry?
Dr. Squatch.
How do you spell that?
Let me actually come into here. So it's Dr. Squatch. They are amazing. There's nothing amazing about the soap. It's just, it's soap. It's nice soap, but it's not anything that you aren't making. But let me just bring up. Okay, so.
Smell like mama's little.
All right, I'm going to take it back a little bit and I'm going to share it, she says. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to bring up, I think it's this one, share. All right, we're ready? Now there's more than one. I'm just going to play this one for you to get an idea. I would definitely go to their channel, have a look at some of their videos. All of their videos end up being viral videos, and they make over 1 million bars of soap a month, and they are all handmade, not machine made. They are all handmade. I know someone who makes half of all of their soaps. I've been there. I know they are handmade. So have a watch.
Soap you shower with? You probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. They replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxin. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No, turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says, "This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves." Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A. "It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream and Squatch was there to hand you the towel." Time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
So what did you think to that? It's completely different, isn't it, to what you would think. That didn't cost very much for them to produce at all. It's just the script, but you can create scripts like that yourself really, really easily using ChatGPT. You can even put that script in. So how much do any of you actually pay for ChatGPT, or any of you on the Plus program, or are you just on the free program? Free? Okay. So if you're on the Plus program, you can actually, it has plugins and things that link up to it automatically now, and you can send it off to a website, or you could send it to a YouTube and you just put the link in and it will know what that is, and then it can, you know, it can work around that for you. But if you're on the free version, you'd have to go to, actually, I'll show you. I'll just share the screen again, because you might not know that you can even do this. So if you go to the video, underneath the video, you've got the 3 little dots here. And if you click on that, can you see it says show transcript? And if you click on that, it will give you a transcript of the entire video. And then you could just copy and paste that into ChatGPT. Now, if you're on the free version, you're on 3.5. It's okay, it is good. It's not as good as 4, but 4 is the paid plan. And I understand that you might not want to be on that. But at some point in the future, you may, well, you will go to 4, because eventually 4 will become the free version and 5 is coming out at the end of this year. So you will get on to 4. And 4, there is a definite improvement in 4 to 3.5. It's more creative, it doesn't repeat as much, it's just better content overall. 3.5 though is still miles ahead of what most of your competitors are doing. So it's still going to get you where you need to be. Don't rush out and think that you've got to upgrade, you don't need to. But you can take transcripts like that, and you know, or it could be, you know, another ad that you've seen that can be from completely different product, but you like the style of the ad, or you like the, you know, the way that the marketing was done, or the tone of voice or whatever. And you can literally just put that in there and then explain what your business is and what your products are. And could it create a similar style of marketing campaign for you? You know, something that's witty, something that's going to be fun and capture people's imaginations, and it will just create the whole thing for you. You might have to do it several times and then kind of put bits together that work the best for you, but it's free. I mean, literally all of their videos go viral. I don't know how many, let me just have a look. They have, now this is interesting. This one video has had 120 million views. It's actually had more than that, because There's been loads of spin-offs of that on all of the social platforms. Interestingly, their YouTube channel only has 79,000 followers, subscribers, 79,000, but they sell over 1 million bars every single month. That's nuts, absolutely nuts. Now, if you go to their website, let me just see if I can bring it up for you, because it's actually, I'm going to just click on it, and then I need to share my screen again, don't I? Share screen. I think it's this one. I've got too many things open. No, it's not that one. Maybe it's that one. Your screen sharing is paused. Why is it paused? I don't want you paused. Resume share. Oh, it's being an arse. 1 second. I have to do it differently. There we go. Okay. So they've got a pop-up. You can get an offer. But when you go onto their website, anything you click on will end up taking you through a subscription. So the first thing on here is save 30% if you subscribe today. So right there at the top is a subscription. And then let's click on something. Let's click on the pine tar soap. So when I go through, look at this. Do I want it one time or do I want to subscribe? So I can subscribe for 3 months right there on the actual page. So they're not looking for just a single buy. I can buy 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars, or I can subscribe for 3 months and get it delivered automatically to my door. So
Doesn't look like
everything,
there's any price benefit to buy 2 or 3.
yeah, exactly. But people will, because they've put it there as an option, people will buy 2 bars or 3 bars. Because then they're not paying shipping, are they? They're paying one lot of shipping, they've bought them. But they can also sign up for a subscription right there and then on the page. And then as you go through, they'll tell you what other things, you know, frequently purchase with it. If we go back, if you scroll down the page from where we were at the beginning, they've got their best sellers, everything is here, and look, starter bundles. So not just looking at a single product, but, you know, putting an actual package together. Oh, well, that ain't very good, is it? They've got a broken link. Maybe they don't have any bundles at the moment. And then did you notice that just underneath that, subscribe and save, it's back to their subscription box, ship every 3 months, free delivery, exclusive benefits. So everything is about pushing people not to just buy that one product, but to be buying multiples in some way or another.
Can they say that,
Increasing.
Sarah? Can they say subscribe and save when in fact the subscription was just the same price?
It's not. If you go into the product, if they buy 1, 2 or 3 bars, it's the same price. It's £8 a bar.
Yeah.
But if you subscribe, you're saving £8. So you buy 2 and get 1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Say, I didn't read that. I thought it was subscribe and save £8 a bar.
No, so these are all £8 a bar, and you can buy as many as you want
Right.
as a one time, or you can subscribe and then you're purchasing it for 3 months and saving. And you can bet your bottom dollar that when you sign up for this, they're going to have a whole load of something to keep you moving forward. Now, when
Yeah.
I've been on here before, what it's done is it hasn't just come up with this, maybe it's in the checkout section, but if you buy, I don't know, let me try it with this. So again, with the bourbon deodorant, they've got, you can buy 1, 2 or 3 sticks as a one time, or you can save £1 and subscribe and get it for 3 months. But normally when you actually try and purchase the product, it then comes up. I'm just going to go through as if I was buying it. Here we go. So now it flipped me through, not to the checkout page, it brought me straight to another page with other products. So I can pick the one that I want to actually choose. So, okay, let's say that I want Fresh Falls. So I add that. And then I'm going to go to next. And then, oh, look, and now I've got soap. But I just signed up for a subscription for deodorant. But right in front of me, before I can get to checkout, I've now got soaps. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna pick the Moon Rock and I'll have some soap as well. So do you see how they get you? So people are not buying a single product because they're putting other offers in front of them, and they're always trying to maximize the amount that's being purchased. No matter what type of product, oh look, as I try and move away and not buy, boom, there's a pop-up with a mystery offer. If I enter my email, I'm going to get a special offer from them. And these are all things that you can do as well. It doesn't have to be as fancy as that, but it's all ways that you can increase your overall sales. You don't want people buying one product because you've got to sell an awful lot of products to get your money. But if you put the option up for people to buy 2 or 3 or to sign up for a subscription, some of them are going to take that offer. Well, if only 30% of people bought a multiple or a subscription, that's still going to massively increase the number of sales or the amount of money that you're actually taking in a particular period. But then if you then have your upsells as well and you put another product in front of them, so at the checkout, you, depending on what you're selling on, it can say to you, would you like to add this? And they're getting a discounted price. So now it's like, well, actually, I really like their soap. I might as well get that because I'm getting a discount on it if I buy it now. So now they've bought 2 deodorant bars and they're now buying a bar of soap as well. So you've tripled what they originally were looking at purchasing from you. Are you all following me? Oh, good. So that's why subscription boxes are so good, but it also allows you to connect at a deeper level with your clients. So anyone who's in that kind of special club, you can do special offers with. You can give them things that not everybody else is going to be getting. If you've got, so how many of you have got safety assessments for things that you don't sell? Yeah, at least 2. At least 2. So with those products, there's nothing wrong with those products at all, but you've got safety assessments and you're not using them. But you could make those products and put them into a monthly subscription box. And then if they were popular and you got a lot of feedback about those products, you could think, do you know what? I'm going to launch this maybe as a limited special offer. And then for a small period of time, maybe just 1 month, it's available for people to buy. So it might be a summer special or something like that. You might not be planning on having it all year. And that allows you to use all sorts of other things like FOMO. If it's only available for a month, they know that if they don't buy it in that month, they're not going to be able to get that product. So they're much more likely, you're giving them a reason to buy it and you're putting up a timer. It's only available until then. And then you'll get more sales on that particular product. And then if you do have product left over, you can do a sale on that. And you can offer any leftovers at a discounted price even to the people who are in your subscription club because they've already tried it. So they know whether they like it or not, and they might want to buy them up before they disappear. And then if there's any left over, you can put it up just on your social media feed with a special code or a special link to a page where they can buy those at a discounted price. So again, you're rewarding the people within your social media group then before it goes on regular sale on your website. So there's lots of ways that you can really include people. And then that gives people a reason to be on your social media groups because you're engaging with them. You're treating them as a valued part of your community. Has that been helpful? Yeah. So don't think about a post as being just this one isolated thing. Try and think of it as, what is my goal with this product or this promotion? What is the outcome that I want from this? And how can I create this content loop so that everything is cohesive and brings everything together, showcasing my products, but also then leading into other products as well that you offer. And then when they are on your site and they're purchasing, make sure that you broaden everything out so that you're maximizing your sales. So it's not just, here's a bar of soap, but actually you're taking them on an entire buying experience. And that's what I'm going to cover next month, I think, because I asked somebody the other day, I said, what do I get when I buy your candle? And they said, well, you get the candle. And I said, and what else do I get? And they said, well, just the candle. And that is not how you're going to get business. So I know that there will be other people who are not maximizing their opportunities at that. So I think it would be really, really good if we I know it's not social media. Does anyone mind if it's not social media? Okay, because it's really valuable stuff, and it's stuff that you really, really need. And it's going to help you no end. So that's what we're going to cover next month. Okay, and we're going to go on an entire buying experience. We're going to look at all of the things that you can do to really, really make people just love your brand and want to come back and buy over and over again. And then that brings you back into your content loops, and off they go again. Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Oh, I've gone over.
Oh, it was brilliant, Sandra. Thank you.
Oh,
Sarah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed it.
You missed it?
Well, I just got here. Yeah, like
Oh.
everything. I was working late, so then I came in, and then because I've got a new laptop, then I set up my camera. Then going on Facebook, then it says doesn't recognize you, and I was like, oh, just log me on. It's me.
Well, it was good.
Oh,
So you're going to have to watch the replay.
sounded good at the end. Yeah.
All right, Trina, I'll catch you all another day. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
You too.
Oh,
Bye.
before you go, has everyone remembered you're only 2 weeks away from most schools closing down, only a week for some people. Are you doing anything for teachers' gifts?
No, I don't.
Everybody needs to buy teachers' gifts. And depending on what level of school they're at, that's often not one teacher, that's a lot of teachers. So it can be really lucrative. So it might be worth just putting some social posts up and letting people know what you've got available for teachers' gifts, and putting the idea out there, and just, you know, it doesn't need to be a fancy big link or anything. Just say, DM me and let's chat about what you need. Remember, when you're using social media, you're having a conversation with someone. It's a real person. And the more you can treat them as a real person, literally just chat to them, the more connected they're going to feel. So literally just say, look, if you need some last minute gifts, if you haven't thought about your teacher's gifts yet, DM me and let's get you sorted out. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Go and have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.